It is Foot Trading's first birthday in March, and as our way of saying thank you to the insane support we've had for the last year, we are giving away your choice of an Xbox Series S or a PlayStation 5 digital to one lucky site subscriber. All you've got to do is be subscribed on the 31st of March in order to be entered automatically. Now, as a reminder, Tier 1 costs £10 a month, and that gives you access to buying and selling prices for special cards, for icons, for silvers, and for Thursday flips. So much stuff on the website, I'm forgetting what we do. And Tier 2 includes live filters, UCL cards, gold chem styles, and fluctuations, with more to be added in the coming days and weeks. There are multiple updates every day on the site, allowing you to trade 24 hours a day, no matter what time zone you are. Don't forget, if you do subscribe to the website, make sure you join the Discord. There are thousands of people in there helping each other to trade and make the most of it. We've got mods, you've got Dan and I, you've got trusted traders, all the stuff you could possibly want to make millions of coins on this game without having to spend any of your money on FIFA points. So good luck to everyone that enters, and once again, thank you very much for the amazing support we've had. You guys allow us to do this full time. We're extremely thankful, and we never lose sight of that. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe down below and make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. We are so close to 25,000 subscribers, so make sure if you're new around here, or if you've watched my videos a few times and haven't subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button for two reasons. Number one, it makes me feel happy. Number two, we've got some giveaways being run next week because it's Foot Trading's first birthday. So if you want to get involved in those, you want to learn how to make coins and grind the game, now is your time to do it. But like I say, we are on the verge of 25,000 subs, and I probably will cry when it happens. Anyway, you get 3 videos there this channel: the morning League SBC method to glory, using that method to craft the mid/prime icon. We've done 1 already and got ourselves Roberto Carlos from that. We're going to do, I hope, another 2 or 3 in the next sort of like 10 days to try and get a couple more awesome icons for my team, because I like first owner cards, much better. The evening content is a trading video. At the moment, we are finishing this series off. We're a massive play now. I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, we traded from scratch on my brother's account to improve his team. It's going to be levels once it's done. We went from about 100k up to 1.7 million before I started buying in today. We'll talk about that in a second. And the midnight content is a mixture of picks, packs, all that sort of stuff. At the moment, it's mainly me taking the mick out of EA because I keep getting stuff wrong. So check those videos out. But this is Trading to Glory, and we have got a gigantic, massive play being made right now. So if you guys remember a few days ago, I told you about the fact that the Sudamericana, Libertadores, and Serie A SBCs would eventually come back. Well, they have come back. The Libertadores is back. The Sudamericana is back. And those cards had hit rock bottom. They'd hit rock bottom. And so I advised you all to invest into those cards. And some of you did, some of you didn't. Tonight, I rash invested in all the Sudamericana cards, all the Libertadores cards, and I'm going to be continuing to buy them for the next hour or two and stocking up on them. As I do that, I'm also flipping specials. So, for example, this Deli Addy here, I just picked him up for 46. We flipped him on for 54. I've got another one here we picked up for 46, 500. I'm going to flip that on for 54. And basically, this is the last now play before Yellen basically gets his account back. I'm going to be making as much as I can possibly make before we buy his team for him. So, that's the plays as it stands right now. The thing about the Sudamericana cards is they're quite easy to pick up at the moment. They won't be for long term, but they're quite a bitch to sell, basically. So what I'll be doing is picking loads of them up and selling them on tomorrow, basically, for as much as I possibly can do. This might mean that this video is over 2 days or 3 days in terms of me buying these cards and selling them on. So stuff might have to go in place of this, if that makes sense. But we'll see how it goes. It's essentially it. In terms of the squad itself, this is where we're currently at. We've got Busquets done last episode. I'm thinking Butragueno for him, for his team, without a doubt. I'm hoping to team the Inoya, but we'll see what the coin total looks like. Klosterman and Babu, but basically just a much more meta strong squad. If this play comes off in the way that I want it to come off, we could be looking far better than that. If it comes off in the way that I want it to come off, but it's obviously going to come down to how quickly these cards rise once they're done. So I'm going to go away and keep buying these cards. I'm buying the Sudamericana cards, all of them that are above gold ratings, so 65 and above, for no more than 800 coins. And Libertadores for no more than 800 coins at silver and below. So no gold for Libertadores, no bronzes for Sudamericana. I'm going to buy up like crazy tonight. We'll see how this goes. I'll be right back. Alright guys, good morning from a very tired Fuzzball. This week is catching up with me to next levels. But a brilliant night for overnight sales. These 2 Javis, we picked one up for 335 and one for 340. Both of those gone. Both Daddies have gone. The Bernardo Silva picked up for 95, I think it was, 110. Tyson we picked up for, I think 30, 35 sell. Felix was a pickup. Both of these Felixes were pickups at like 70, I think. So 82 and 79, which went bad. ZH sold, Bamba sold, Shaw sold. The only ones I haven't sold yet, two Depay's, Ndidi and Muriel. But this is what I'm talking about with Sudamericana cards. I loved trading with these last year, and it continues. 600 coins on this right back. Now, some of these cards here aren't going to see me massive profit. In fact, some of them are even cheaper than they were when I bought them. So it's like 550 for this guy. Although, real talk, let's just buy that. But some of them you see ridiculous profit for, especially defenders. Again, we paid 600 coins for that guy. We'll get like 1800 for him, something around that region. The profit on these cards, this is why I told you all to pre-invest in them. The profit on these cards, it can be extremely big. Like, it's massive on them. Now, I think we spent something in the region of about 150, 200k in the end. So I was going to sit there all night doing it. Hopefully, this is going to boost the total we've got up somewhere to a little bit more extra, so we can afford maybe a Team of the Year Neuer in goal or something, or a top level left back, or something along those lines. That was the whole aim here. So for today, I'm going to start listing these guys up and making the profit from them bit by bit by bit. That's the hope anyway. They're notoriously hard to sell because people, they're really good to pick up in terms of cheapness because they're hard to find. You sort of tend to have to search by name, and most people just search by name and buy that card, the cheapest version of that card, because you can't, there's no way really to differentiate in the ratings for Sudamericana cards. But they're also a pain in the backside to sell because of that. So it's great in terms of value, but can also be a double-edged sword. So we're going to get as many sold as we can today, see how it goes, just keep grinding it out. I'll be right back. Alright guys, as the day's progressing, I say day progressing, it's been an hour. Obviously all the guys we sold earlier on, we got a Depay sold in the end for 209. We've got another one relisted at 207 over here. And bit by bit, the Sudamericana cards are going, slowly but surely. With the Sudamericana cards, basically you have two options. You can still buy these, by the way. They're still very, very low right now, some of them. The Sudamericana, the reason why they do so well is you can't really search for them like you would do normally, say, on any other league SBC. You sort of have to search by nation or the rating. And what you do to complete them sometimes is bring up like the rating you need, and you go and buy a player of that rating and see which one's cheapest. It's very hard to do. So a lot of people just cycle through and buy the first silver or gold rated one they see. So they're not an easy sell in terms of selling them continually, but you will progressively sell them for big profit, like a big, big profit. As they then become more scarce on the market, their prices rise quickly. So if Yellen was to hold these, he could make a lot from them. I mean, we're talking whatever I invested 3 or 4 times that. I'm selling them bit by bit and relisting them up. Once we get that Memphis Depay sold though, we are basically at where we at yesterday before I even bought those cards. That's how good the profits overnight were, and with the buying on these cards, how cheap we bought into those. And bit by bit, every hour, I'm just relisting these guys that are overlisted, and we're getting a few sales. Every hour, I've done it once. We got all those sold, and we go again, and we keep repeating that process as we go, and we'll get them sold off. But once the pie sells, we are basically at where we were yesterday before we've got literally hundreds of these cards sitting here. All of them, I'm unsigned still on them. There's massive, massive profit here. Obviously, the whole point of this series is to get the team bought, and so we're getting to that point where we're going to start buying the players. I'm just trying to work out where my best value comes from with all of this at the moment. That's all it is. And trying to work out whether Klosterman's good value and keeping some bits in the team, if that's good value. Just trying to work out where I lie at the moment, put it that way, because part of me's thinking, okay, cool, actually, why don't I use Tonali instead of Sabitzer, and maybe get Bastoni, who's an absolute beast of a card, link him into someone else, because Bastoni is a lot cheaper than Klosterman, and in my opinion, is better than Klosterman. So I'm sort of toying about with it at the moment. I'm pretty set on Bucciagreno, because I think he's probably one of the most overpowered strikers on this game in terms of value with 5-star weak foot. Yellen's not really a massive skill move player, but I'm going to speak to him in a minute and see what he thinks. But that's where we're sort of at the moment. I'm going to keep letting stuff sell. Going to keep going from there. Again, it's relatively early in the day at the moment. It's 20 past 11. I've got plenty of time to get stuff sold. So we'll see how things go. We'll push on from there. I'll be right back. Right, guys. So all the last night's flips are now sold. And we're back at 1.7 million, which is where we started last night. And we obviously have sold some of the Sudamericans. They're starting to shift bit by bit. But we're basically where we are last night when I first started buying in, with hundreds of Sudamericans left. We're talking hundreds. All selling for 2 or 3 times what I pay for them. Now, if you guys want to pick these up, you're still achievable at the moment. When you're looking for Sudamericana and Libertadores cards, for Sudamericana, a sort of good filter that I like is like 300 minimum, 800 maximum. And you just go searching through and look for anyone that isn't silver, and it isn't bronze, sorry, for Sudamericana. So you flick through, basically these guys here, you pick up bit by bit by bit. And what you can also do is look at this card here, is compare price on them, try and find a cheaper one. There is no cheaper one there. Just buy basically and do it that way. So that's how you do Sudamericana. You then list them up en masse and flip them on for profit straight away, which is easy. And then for the Libertadores, again, the best way I think to do it is to do it by position. So defender, midfielder, and you want to pick up everything that's not gold. Again, max price, not max price, like max buy now at like 850 or whatever, and then you have to like roll through because you can't compare price back out. Again, anything that's not gold, pick up, and that's how you do it. And then you flip them on. It's really easy profit. But I'm going to clear the transfer pile off because I want to keep selling some of the stuff that's down below. I've got an idea for the team. I'm going to show you guys that once we've done selling some stuff today. We've still got a little bit of time. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so more stuff still selling. These guys are going bit by bit throughout the day. I'm going to clear this off. And as you can see, we're at 27,000 coins. I finally settled on the team that we built for Yellen. Basically, this is it. And I'm extremely proud of what we've done in a week to make a team this meta, this strong. Klosterman's going to be a bit of a stopgap, I think, until we can get an icon to link into Adama. And we still need a keeper. But I've gone for Futtrading. This card is an incredibly meta striker in this game. The 5-star weak foot is ridiculous on him. Again, with the Chem Star's got on him, basically 99 pace, 99 shooting. It's an incredible card. It's a sort of card in a weekend league that will come in clutch for you. Just pinging it in from wherever. Obviously, playing with Rooney and Fatty, that's an extremely OP attack. Midfield, I don't know if he's going to play 5 back or 4 back. If he plays 5 back, Busquets will go into the back 5. If he plays 4 back, Busquets will go CDM with Muller and some bits of powering forward. Jesus Navas, one of the best cards in the game. I was going to go for Mbabu, but I can't justify the cost in Mbabu right now when Navas is available strongly into Butcher. So for me, that's what we've gone there for. The last thing to do is buy a keeper. Now, he has got a ton of these cards set in. So he's got 88 on the transfer pile as it is right now. And if I show you in terms of the tradable guys he's got in the club from these CONMEBOL guys that I bought, he literally has a ton more of these guys to sell. So they're all going to get sold bit by bit now. I'm not in any rush to sell them because I know they will sell. I'm not going to sell them just for the sake of selling them. So for now, he can literally throw Galaxy in goal. Something like Galaxy is ridiculously overpowered. Throw someone like that in goal. But that's basically what a week of trading has done. Now, he had, before this week began, he had basically these 5 cards here and Rooney, right? That's what he had. Now, all we've done in a week is add Busquets to it, Futtrading to it, Klosterman and Navas to it. Something in the region of about 1.7 million coins worth of player. But the point about this is that by trading hard for a week, he's gone and got him, so what I've gone and got him. One of the best strikers on the game in Futtrading, one of the best right-backs on the game in Navas, one of the best centre-backs in Klosterman, and these cards are meta. It gives him a choice of what he does. I've been sitting for 2 days now debating what I do and what I don't do until we've got to this point. He does want PO, and there's a chance that what we do eventually is to sell Klosterman, put these guys into PO and do PO that way, but he's got coins now that he can mess about with and trade with and do whatever. But in-game it will set up differently, obviously. But I'm mad chuffed with what he did there. And all the methods I've done this week are stuff I've showed you guys before, but I've just slightly adapted based upon the market this week. So at times this week, the market's been very low, so I've been able to buy cards and hold them a little bit. The overnight flipping's been extremely powerful recently. If you are not doing it with icons and specials, I don't know what you're doing. Because right now, if you can monitor fluctuations on some cards, there are so many coins in this game to be made. Those Javis I bought overnight, I don't think I showed you them when I bought them, but I think I paid 320, 330 on them. I can't remember exactly what I paid. To get 370, 380 overnight is a good chunk of coins on those cards. It's a lot of coins. And on most of those cards we bought last night, we bought them at lows. But the lows we bought them at were like 6:30 PM on some of them. I think Javis I bought 7:30 last night. If you could just monitor what cards do as they go, it makes your trading very, very easy. In the long term, like I said, we want to probably try and find a way to get Adama Traore onto full chem and move it around. But basically, this is now a team that he can go into weekend league. It will be relatively meta. It will be relatively strong. I can't stress this enough. Go and buy these Sudamericana cards right now. Like, go and do it. You're crazy for not doing it because it's easy coins to make. They're sitting there for X amount of time and they're only going to go up in value. And as you see, bit by bit they sell. I don't know why he's just stamped for 550. I don't know what he was doing there. But bit by bit they sell. I pay 400 or 500 coins max on most of these cards. Bit by bit they'll sell. You lazy list them and they'll go up. If these don't sell right now, it doesn't matter. They'll go up even further. I'm only selling them right now because he's going to need a keeper. But you probably could buy a Galaxy now, to be fair. There wouldn't be a problem. But that's basically a week of trading on his account, and I think you'll agree we've actually smashed it out. Completely nightly smashed it out on his account. That is what his team's looking like now. Again, going to need a bit of work in the long term to get players onto Chem and have more choice in what he does, but I'm proud of that. I'm massively proud of that. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. 1.6 million coins made in 1 week. Check out futtrading.co.uk if you guys want to do the same thing. We are giving away an Xbox Series S, a PlayStation 5 digital there to a site subscriber, so why not try us out? Make millions of coins and have a chance to win a console. What's not to love? But for now, I am out. Peace out. Speak to you soon.